Hello, welcome back to another episode of the Lovin Dubai Show podcast. Today we spoke about how 1,000 plus prisoners were pardoned for Eid. Residents are going to enjoy 4 days of free parking this Eid break, and about how a resident received an adorable message from the driver after tipping him. These lovely stories, please make sure you stay tuned and listen to them. We'd really love if you can subscribe to the Lovin Dubai Show podcast wherever you get your podcast from. Enjoy the show. Good morning and welcome back to the Lovin Dubai Show. We are today here at Friday. It is the last day before a grand long weekend. Before we get into our little intro chat in the morning, I'm Anika Ellis Baby and I am joined by...
Hi guys, I'm Raneem. You haven't seen me in a while. I was last on here I think about a year ago, but thanks for having me back, Anika.
Yay! Okay, let's jump into our headlines for the day. Over 1,000 prisoners have been pardoned by the rulers of the UAE ahead of Eid.
And residents will get to enjoy 4 days of free parking this Eid break.
And a resident received an adorable message from the driver after tipping him.
And we are actually joined by the founder of Trèsind and the chef as well. So stay tuned for that interview coming up.
Great. So, Raneem, it is Friday. What plans do you have?
Yes, it is Friday. Like you said, it's the day before Eid break, so I'm sure everyone is very excited.
And you are also someone who celebrates Eid.
I am someone who celebrates Eid, so this is going to be a nice one. My family isn't around this time, so it's going to be a little different for me. But I do have some nice Eid plans. I'm actually flying off to Jordan for a few days.
Oh, cute.
Yeah, so that'll be nice.
So you're one of the people who is traveling.
I am. I want to take advantage of the few days off.
I think this is also our last long weekend off. Until...
I think I would say the National Day, maybe. Yeah.
Oh, so this is the chance. This is your chance to really make the most of it, right?
This is our chance, guys. It's not too late. You can still make your last-minute plans, maybe by tomorrow if you rush.
So like some of you are traveling. I think I hear the Dubai airport is actually preparing. They've got around 37 million passengers that they're expecting to be going to and fro the airport, which I think is very interesting.
Yeah, head to the airports early, guys. What about you? What are your plans?
For me, it's basically attending a wedding.
Oh, exciting.
Yes.
Whose wedding is it?
My best friend is getting married.
Nice. Shout out to her best friend.
Shout out to Farah and Sohail.
Congratulations.
But she's getting married. Then, of course, it's just like staying in the city, seeing there's gonna be so many lovely Eid offers, so many restaurants doing different concepts, different things. It's Father's Day. There's the Euros have begun if you're into European football. There's so much, honestly, so much to do.
And we have our weekend roundup up, right?
Yes, we do.
Okay, great.
So in case you have not made your plans yet, make sure you go online and go on to the Lovin Dubai website and check it out.
Yeah, guys, there's a lot to do even if you're not traveling, honestly, so definitely take advantage of everything going on.
But speaking of Eid, that brings us to our first very, very happy story, which is the ruler of Dubai, His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum, has released over 686 prisoners. These prisoners consisted of different nationalities and they were all at Dubai's correctional and punitive establishments. This is not the first time that the ruler of Dubai has pardoned prisoners ahead of a religious holiday, further proving that His Highness is a man of the people.
Yeah, it's honestly an amazing kind of news to hear when we wake up this morning. So also the president, His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Zayed, pardoned over 1,000 prisoners to be exact. The ruler of the UAE ordered the release of 1,138 prisoners ahead of Eid al-Adha. Additionally, His Highness will settle the fines and penalties imposed on these inmates who have been serving jail times for various offenses. And
It's so, I think it's lovely that, there's also the fact that he's paying off the fines and penalties, because this means that these guys actually get freedom, in every sense of the word. Home and start all over again, which is exactly what you need after such a tough time in. And what a better time than Eid?
Yeah, exactly. I think obviously the time of it is just really nice. I think it's kind of just when you need to hear that kind of news, but also for them, it's exactly what you said, right? It's like a fresh start.
Exactly.
And I can only imagine how difficult it is when you're coming out of that circumstance and how do you kind of find your way back into society. So it's a really amazing thing for them to do.
It's lovely. But
Yeah.
speaking of amazing things happening to residents.
Yes. So guys, if you weren't already aware, residents will enjoy 4 days of free parking this Eid break.
Yay!
Yay, very exciting.
If you drive, none of us.
Yeah, if you drive,
neither of
we're
us
both
drive.
passenger princesses, but if you drive, it's amazing for you.
So the RTA has announced 4 days of free public parking from Saturday, June 15th until Tuesday, June 18th. This excludes multi-level parking terminals.
Yeah, so they also announced the extended operating hours for Dubai Metro and Dubai Tram during the Eid al-Adha break. So that means both red and green lines will run from 5 a.m. to 1 a.m. the next day until Saturday, June 15th. And on Sunday, June 16th, the Metro will operate from 8 a.m. until 1 a.m. the next day.
On Monday and Tuesday, that is June 17th and 18th, the Metro will operate from 8 a.m. until 12 a.m.
Dubai Tram as well will operate from 6 a.m. to 1 a.m. on Saturday and from 9 a.m. until 1 a.m. on Sunday.
It will also, this is the tram, it will operate from 8 a.m. to 12 a.m. on Monday and Tuesday. And that's it. That's our timings. If you want a proper list of the timings, of course, make sure you check out the Lovin Dubai Instagram because we have it on there.
All the deets.
All
these, but I mean, and honestly, people are going to be making all sorts of plans. So definitely check out the timings, guys. You're going to be heading out all over the city.
Exactly.
So you want to make sure. And also, I know obviously Eid can be a little bit of a crowded time. So if you don't want to be stuck waiting for cabs, definitely opt for the tram or the metro.
100%. Use public transport.
Use public transport.
So,
and also, do we know if there are any Eid fireworks this year?
there should be, but we haven't yet got a full and official list. But stay tuned because perhaps today we will.
The announcement might be coming today.
The fireworks are usually announced in Blue Waters, JBR. Global Village.
The first Eid Global Village.
But just stay tuned. Keep watching the Lovin Dubai page, and I'm sure we'll know something.
Well,
soon.
no, honestly, no one does Eid like Dubai, so stay tuned. It's going to be an exciting.
Speaking of though, like another very cute community story. Which is...
Yeah, so actually, a Dubai resident left their driver a cute tip after receiving their order. And to show their gratitude, the driver actually sent back a really nice message just saying how thankful and grateful they were.
As we know, while tipping is a custom in the UAE and worldwide, some countries actually see it as disrespectful. These are countries like China, Australia, Belgium, Japan...
Okay, interesting. According to a recent TripAdvisor survey, UAE residents should be tipping staff anywhere from 10 to 15% on average.
What do you guys think about the tipping culture here in the UAE? Well, since I can't speak to them yet, what do you think about the tipping culture?
What do you guys think in the comments about the tipping culture? It's an interesting one, honestly. Like, for me, I always think tipping is like a standard thing that you would do, even if they were included in the kind of like full bill at the end.
Exactly.
I think it's custom, or maybe I'm used to kind of tipping a standard, I would say 12%.
Yeah, 100%. It's something that we've been so used to doing.
Yeah.
As a... I think it's part of our culture. Yeah. You know, like to show gratitude, and in our head we equate showing gratitude to a service staff.
Yeah.
As giving them money.
As you should.
But a lot of the comments, for example, a very major comeback to this argument is that this puts the onus of paying fair wages on us. So if an employer doesn't pay the staff fair wages, it's not supposed to be the customer's duty to like cover up for it. The employer is supposed to just increase wages so that staff don't require tips to survive, because a lot of times the culture, like in the US for example, the culture is that the waiters usually make money through tips, make their
make their wages through tips essentially,
Exactly.
because obviously you're getting paid minimum wage, and as we know, that's really barely enough to kind of like cover your basic needs. It's an interesting one. I think tipping culture has become a little bit, there can be a bit of a blame game going on, right? Like you do get the people that kind of judge you for doing and judge you for not doing at the same time.
Yeah, my problem is the awkwardness on the table once the check comes.
Exactly.
Because suddenly you're like, okay, my card, pay the bill. Then they come back with the receipt, and you're just like,
Exactly, and are we all like, is it a custom? We're all tipping the same amount? Are we all doing our individual amounts? It's different as well. Sometimes, like, for example, you may not be going to a sit-down restaurant, right? Like, when I used to live in Canada, for example, we can go and order, like, at the station itself. And then there would be an option to tip right then and there. But then the logic becomes like, okay, but, I've kind of come up, I've given my order, it's been very, basic 101. Am I required to tip in those scenarios? So
yeah, and then the lady or the man, whoever, the cashier basically points the card machine. Would you like to add a tip? And you're like,
it's a bit awkward.
As a people pleaser,
100%.
How do I say no?
Exactly.
I don't want to add a tip.
Yeah, and you put yourself in their shoes, right? Like, if
exactly.
it was the other way
this
around.
person's been standing 9 a.m. to 6 p.m.
Exactly.
Just standing with a smile. And like sometimes customers, the way they act, you do not want to smile.
We know, guys. We know the Karens out there. They exist.
So yeah, it's really hard.
It is hard. Yeah, honestly, I don't think there's a right and wrong answer here. I think if it feels natural to you, you've had a great time, you've had some great service, it's always nice to show a little extra, empathy and
but
just...
if you think you can show it in another way, by perhaps being a very courteous customer,
100%.
that is also acceptable.
That is also acceptable, guys. The message here is just be kind overall.
Damn, yes.
Ahead of Eid, be kind, everyone.
Such a Raneem advice to give.
Thank you.
Well, I think that's our top stories for today.
Yes.
So thank you, Raneem, for joining us.
Of course.
But you guys have to stay tuned because later on in the show, we're going for a quick break and then we're going to be joined by the founder of Trèsind, Mr. Bhupender Nath, along with his head chef who's just earned them the Michelin, Chef Himanshu Saini. So they're both coming on the show, so stay tuned and don't go anywhere. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Welcome back to the Lovin Dubai show. Today we are joined by Mr. Bhupender Nath, the owner, and his star chef Himanshu Saini, both from Trèsind Studio. Recently, Trèsind Studio earned a well-deserved spot among the world's top 50 restaurants. And of course, they're here with their second Michelin. So we're excited to hear all about their journey and what sets them apart. So welcome back to the Lovin Dubai show. How does it feel to be here?
Thank you. It feels really, really great to be here. One of the leading show in Dubai.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for the compliment. So how does it feel to be on the list of the top 50 restaurants?
It feels like we are on top of the world.
Amazing.
And being in Dubai where you see every single thing, ruler wants it to be number one.
Yes.
So it's a little tribute to him that we have also the number one restaurant in Middle East in Dubai.
Amazing. And what's it like to have your second Michelin? How does one do that?
No, it's always, I think, is a big journey. You don't really get a Michelin star like that. So of course it's an effort of not just couple of years. It's probably a reflection of what we have done in the last 10 years, especially in Dubai, and of course the journey of me being a chef from over 15 years, and of course the efforts of my team and the collective effort of the group, because it's not just one restaurant we have in Dubai. We have now 8 restaurants in Dubai, 3 in Mumbai.
Wow.
So it's a big empire he has made in the last 10 years.
We made it together.
Yes.
Amazing. So yes, please tell us, how did you start your business? How did this whole thing come about? Did you guys just meet and then decide, hey, we should start something together, or?
Actually, I met first time with Himanshu in India and always had an eye. I mean, I'm a kind of a jeweler who looks at it and says that this is supposed to be with me. Then he went to America. He said, sorry, his dream is to be in America. And then from there, he calls me and he says, can I join you? And by then, actually, we both had a similar vision.
Right.
Indian food, we basically looked at it like a normal butter chicken, biryani naan, and
Yes.
we always wanted to create something different. Like I'm a businessman also. I have some other businesses in Africa. And I felt that whenever you want to call for a meeting or a good business dealing, then people are looking at it, hey, let's go XYZ, XYZ. Never Indian restaurant used to come because people felt that this is very greasy, it is too tough, in the dinner we can't digest it. So we had a similar kind of vision that let's create something different. And India is such a big country. A lot of food has not been on the
Yes.
table also. So that is chef's job. He goes, he travels around. He looks at the all local food, like from eastern part of India, north part of India, and that is what his menu is also in Trèsind studio, which I believe he can explain better what he's running right now in the studio.
Sure, please do.
No, it's at Trèsind Studio. Of course, we try to break the common perception of Indian food, is because, as you said, Indian food is perceived to be not very cool in comparison to other cuisines, the popular cuisines. Even though Indian food is also quite popular in Dubai, but we haven't seen in last 10 years the progression, the evolution of Indian food, and I think that is something which our group has brought in the region. First of all, it's called passion. So you can imagine why he named it passion, because the first priority is to work with passion. You know, it's, right. I think that is where you can bring your best. And I think from one restaurant from 2014 to many restaurants now, I think we have Indian restaurant in every genre. So if you want to do a premium fine dining, you go to Trèsind Studio. If you want to do a family night with Indian food, you go to Trèsind. Then Carnival, which is, as the name says, is like fun with friends, and you go after work for a drink or a bite. And then we have a curry house at Souk Al Bahar called Maison de Curry. So we have Indian restaurants in every genre. So I think probably the biggest group of Indian restaurants in Dubai. And talking about Trèsind Studio, I think it's a menu which talks about the history, the geography, the landscape of our country. So we divide the menu into 4 macro regions,
right.
which is Thar Desert, Deccan Plateau, Coastal Plains, Northern
Nice.
Plains and Himalayan Mountains. So it is like 4 small menu within a big menu. So
Right.
with every region, we serve you 5 dishes, like a snack, a entree, a main course, a dessert. And I think it's not just about serving dishes on food, which is of course has to be tasty, but then people have misconceptions about Indian food. Usually Indian food which is popular out of India is North Indian food.
Yes.
And then if you ask any person like not from India to name 5 Indian dishes, we all know what 5 dishes
Butter chicken biryani.
they're going to talk about. But Indian food is not just about that. You know, when you
Yes.
travel in our country, every 200 kilometers, you know, cuisine changes, style of cooking changes, language changes, dialect changes. So Indian food has so much to offer, but the depth of it has not been explored. And I think we've still not done enough to our cuisine. And I think it's a bright moment for our cuisine also, because it's not just us. Around the world, there's a global voice around Indian food. And I think in the next 5 years, you will hear more about Indian chefs, Indian restaurants doing well on the global platforms.
Amazing.
Just to add also that we have another restaurant called Avatara, which is
yes,
one
I've
Michelin
heard this,
star.
yeah.
Yes.
And it is vegetarian and vegan. And the only restaurant in the world which serves vegetarian vegan has one Michelin. So as he rightfully said, just to add that we are creating a lot. And we are letting people know that Indian food is not just about butter chicken, garlic, and kebabs.
We do have that also.
We do have
Of course, you have to have that. But I think it's a very interesting. It's like your restaurant, your unique concepts. First of all, I love the idea that you cater to every kind of need with
Yes,
your
please.
different concepts. And also the fact that you're not only focused on the north, because that is an issue I personally face. Every time I go out and I want to treat someone to Indian food, as someone who's from the south, I want to show them South Indian food. But
Yes.
like all the fancy North Indian restaurants, all the fancy Indian restaurants are only about North Indian
Indian,
food.
yes.
It's the thali or something like that. So speaking of South Indian food though, there's recently been a dish of yours that's gone
Yes.
pretty viral,
Yes.
which is the sadhya.
Yes.
So the sadhya, if you don't know, is a big dish of 20. It's a
25
big,
dishes.
25
it's
dishes.
like a feast, which is done to honor the festival of Onam,
Yes.
and it's all about celebrating the first harvest of the season. And of course, it's a dish which is about sadhya, but we always mention that it's inspired from sadhya. It's not the actual
It's not
sadhya.
the actual sadhya.
And we take inspiration in the sense that we know it's a feast and it has 25 dishes which are served one by one. It has pickles, papadam, curry, rice, and even paisam as a dessert. It serves on a big banana leaf. And because I've eaten it myself, I have a lot of friends, and I know that when you eat sadhya and you mix everything, because everything is so tiny portion, you end up mixing the pickle with the rice or the sambar or the rasam.
That's how you should eat it. It's
and
a
then you eat it
beautiful
with hands.
fusion.
So you're exploring different combination of flavors. You're exploring different textures. You're exploring different temperatures also at the same time. For me, it's an amazing experience. It's a kind of a feast which is something you won't get it anywhere. First thing, and the second thing is that it is something which a lot of people out of India is not aware about.
Yes.
So even though we say it's sadhya, but it's inspired from sadhya, we have no intention to make anyone feel offended with it.
Also, just for those who haven't seen this video, can you explain what this dish is all about?
So as I said, we say it's inspiration sadhya, which is one of the courses in our menu, and it's served at the 10th position. It's a 20-course menu.
Okay.
So we serve somewhere in the middle because we serve it as a course which is not even savory or not sweet. It's somewhere lying in the middle. As a dessert or not a dessert, it's a savory. So just to have a break in the middle of a long meal. And in this case, we explain the concept of the dish, and then every kitchen chef comes and serve an ingredient on your plate to make a composition of a dish which is inspired from sadhya. But of course, when people see it on internet, they always take it out of context. And it is not just now; it's been viral from last 1 year. Initially, it of course makes you feel sad that people without experiencing it has so much to say about it. I know there's an emotional connect of so many people, so many memories and families, experiencing, celebrating Sadhya and Onam every year. But of course, my intention is not to dilute anything from it. It's just by doing this, all our guests get so fascinated with the story, with the dish, that they go themselves and they look upon it, So it's something with a small effort, you tell other people that Indian food is not just about butter chicken, and as we said, it's not just about dal makhani and all of that. We have things like that, There is so much science and application to a meal of sadhya that we are so proud to tell. Of course, we can't just serve the sadhya on its own, otherwise it's just a meal on its own.
Right.
So it's a small course, and then people make fun of it. They think that we are making fun of it, but it's something which is, I think, has taken just a bit out of context.
This has completely changed my perspective, for example, because I am realizing now that you're essentially trying to invite people to try the real sadhya. So it's like a gateway to the real sadhya. You're enticing them with a small bite.
And I have seen, trust me, I'm not joking about it, I've seen people crying over that dish. I've seen even South Indians shedding a tear on it. So it's just that when you see something from distance, you don't understand the context of it. You think that a restaurant is trying to dilute the culture and tradition. But at the same time, I always have an argument when someone comes and question the evolution of Indian food, which we say progressive Indian or modern Indian, in that sense that I am talking to you in English, which is not a native Indian language.
Right.
I am dressing up not as a traditional Indian. But then why people expect food to be that traditional? Why can't food be crossing that boundaries? We have...
It should,
we have progressed ourselves in every sense in our lifestyle, and how we talk and how we speak, in the accent we take on, when we go to Europe. But in the sense, we take inspiration from other cultures in every sense. But when it comes to food, you expect you to stick with your roots. And I think it's something which every cuisine which is upcoming and trending faces this kind of challenges, because people sometimes are not ready to accept change in their lives. And again, I'm saying that it is nothing to do with sentiments of people. It has nothing to do with Onam or the festival or the boundaries of it. It is just, as you said rightly, it's a gateway for people to explore more about Indian food, because they get fascinated so much. They get to see a dish plated in front of them. There is, by the way, a Turkish stand-up comedian who made a spoof on this video. So it's something which we see it so often, and people without realizing that it is our restaurant, they come and when they're experiencing this dish, they said, okay, we have seen something like this on internet.
Wow.
So it just connects dot. It makes me happy, it makes me sad, but I think that's part of life.
I think you should be happy because people are talking about it, good or bad. At least
100%.
people, when they talk about it, means there is something about it, right?
Yes. Oh, really highlighting your business sense of here.
No, but only things are spoken when they are popular, right?
100%.
And you
The
take it in
fact
a
that
positive
this
way.
dish has ruffled feathers is a
Right.
good thing. It's
Yeah.
a great thing.
Chef Massimo Bottura, who's the best chef in the world, he dined with us a couple of times, and when he was dining with us for the first time, and he felt the same because he was seeing Indian food as he has never seen before, and he stood up and he spoke to another table on his own, and he said, and he asked the most elderly person on the other table, and he said, "For you, is it Indian food?" And the grandma says, "No, it's not Indian food." And Chef Massimo was so passionate about it, and he said, "No, you must open your mind. You must accept he's trying to do something different with Indian food, which is making it have a global voice." And I think with